Hello everybody and welcome back to Spelunky and a very out of order episode of Spelunky. Because usually I record Kirby Air Riders, the weekly Air Riders video before I record Spelunky, but today I'm recording Spelunky. But I haven't recorded this week's episode of Air Riders yet. What? Huh? Yeah. I don't no really reason why. I just felt like some late night Spelunky would be a good idea. Cause it is pretty late at night. It is 11 o'clock right now. I'm quite tired, but I feel like Spelunky lends itself well to that tired kind of vibe. I think Jay Witz even did it when he when he did Spelunky, he did Spelunky Let's Plays. He also did late night Spelunky. Excuse me, for a couple of episodes. I hope that isn't too loud. It looks fine. Volume looks fine. If it's not, you can leave an angry comment. Tell me about how much I suck. How bad at video games I am. And how absolutely sleep-pilled I am. Kind of sleep maxing. Well, not really. If I was sleep maxing, I guess I would be actually asleep when I'm not playing Spelunky. If I do this, it might do something for me. Well, yeah, look at that. Parkour. Speaking of parkour, Assassin's Creed, am I right? I was watching my dad play Assassin's Creed earlier. Honestly, it was kind of a real treat. Really, that sucks. Dang it. He's not the type to really play video games so much. But we used to. What was that? Oh, no, I see what that is. Never mind. Yeah, we used to play Assassin's Creed together all the time. Like when I was real little, when I was probably too young to really be playing Assassin's Creed. We used to play it together a lot. I guess, I don't know. Maybe he's been feeling nostalgic. But he was like, he wanted me to see if we still had the games. Or you wanted to know if we still had the games, or whatever. I was like, yeah, I have them all. And I helped him set up the 360, and he played a little bit of 3. He was going to play 2, but for some reason, I guess our disc of Assassin's Creed 2 is all too scratched up. I won't read the disc anymore, which is a shame. But yeah, I don't know. It was honestly, it was kind of a treat watching. Because, I mean, he doesn't really play video games much at all. So it was a real nifty experience getting to watch somebody who like knows basically nothing about video games play video games. Cause he'll like play video game every once in like a couple years, basically. And even then, it's like, it doesn't really play them that much. Like, at all, regardless. So it's just, you know, he doesn't even know what buttons are on the controllers. You know, I'm not making fun of him. You know, it's, but I genuinely, I think it's quite interesting to watch somebody who does, like, just, like, knows nothing about video games play them. It's interesting to see how they operate, you know? Because, like, there's a lot of things you take for granted when you're playing a video game. You know, when you are a gamer. There's a lot that you just kind of infer and you pick up on. And things that are just, like, second nature, like dynamically moving a camera as you, like, run. That's kind of a skill that you take for granted. And when you watch somebody who doesn't know really about that kind of stuff play a game, I don't know, it kind of dawns on you. Something, I guess. I'm not quite sure what. But it's like, wow, you know, that's something. That's something that they don't know that I know, and it's interesting. I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense. But it was fun to watch. Okay. It's also interesting to wonder about, like, how much of the games does he really remember? I wonder. Because I don't know, it didn't seem like he remembered much about the story. Because he booted up Assassin's Creed 3, like I said already. But he was just kind of just watching the cutscenes, and it's like, I was kind of thinking, like, yeah, I wonder how much of this he remembers of the story, these characters. That was dumb. Because, like, I still remember a decent amount. Assassin's Creed 3 is my weak point. I don't really remember as much about it. But I still remember, I feel like a decent amount of, you know, maybe some inconsequential details, largely. But I don't know, I remember stuff about it. Even though I was a little kid then. There really are so many dinosaur fossils in here. Have I already brought up the thing about the dinosaur fossils? I feel like I have. I feel like that's something I've already talked about. It's like, how many dinosaur fossils? Because it's like, where are we? How deep underground is this really? I don't know. Pretty deep, I guess, or there'd be so many dinosaurs. I wonder how deep have people actually ever explored underground? That's probably a really easy thing to figure out with just a very simple Google search. But I think relatively we haven't really gone very deep into the Earth's surface before. Like, ever, really. I know there was kind of this urban legend. And by urban legend, I mean it's like an internet tale. About this, like, super, super, super deep hole. That it was so deep that, like, people were saying, was like, oh, they heard like strange shouting, like there's strange noises that sounded like shouting, and it was like you know, the big sensation was like, oh wait, wait, did they dig into like close to hell or something? And it was like, well, I don't know about that, but I just remember it. Sometimes I think about it. I kind of want to research it, but it might just all be fake. Like, who knows? Huh? So yeah, I have no idea how much of that that like hole is real. Obviously, I don't think they heard the screams of the damned coming from it. But it would be interesting if there was a hole that deep. Because I could believe it, you know, if people said they heard like, you know, screaming or whatever it was, the accounts, the purported accounts said. Because I mean, yeah, if you're that deep underground, you're probably going crazy. You're probably gonna hear stuff. You know, maybe weird, like, I don't know. Maybe you're hearing. I don't know, the ground or something shift. Okay, that was dumb. Or maybe you're just like, your imagination's running wild because you're in like a deep dark cave that you can barely see in. But it'd be interesting. Probably creepy though. I don't like creepy stories. I don't like horror. I really don't like that stuff. Freaks me out. Which I mean, you know, that it's the point. It's supposed to freak you out. That's kind of the whole idea of horror. I don't know. I just don't like it. I really I fear the day that PT or Josh get me to play a horror game on the channel. Because they have that power. They have the power to do that. All they have to do is request that game for when it's their turn to pick a game, and I have no choice but to oblige, unless I really want to, but I wouldn't do that just because it's a horror game. But I wouldn't be able to I can't handle that kind of thing well. And you know, I think that'd make for a really great Let's Play. But I'd be scared shitless the entire time. It's like that guy, there's that video clip going around recently of the new Resident Evil, I think it is. I think. I don't know, there's a guy playing one of those games. It's a horror game. He's playing it like it's a Call of Duty game, and he's like, you know, moving all around and being like tactical and crazy, and it's like, it's kind of funny. But I like it. I like that video. Because I think it's invited some interesting discussions. Which is, it's always nice. I like discussions. Because the one quote I saw of it was someone being like, yeah, you know, this is what all horror players want. It's like, this guy is immersed. Like, he's terrified. You know, obviously, like, if you're a seasoned horror fan, especially, like, plays a lot of those games. I don't know what I was expecting there. If you know, you play a lot of those games, Yeah, you kind of, I probably know, like, a lot of its telltale signs and tricks and traps. But it's like, if you don't, you know, you're probably just gonna assume, like, I would just assume, it's like, oh yeah, you know, it literally any second, I could get jump scared. Whereas, you know, a veteran player is gonna be like, well, yeah, obviously this, I'm not gonna get scared here, because they're just, I could tell that this is a moment where they're just, like, building the tension, and the jump scare is gonna happen, you know, in, like, 10 minutes or whatever. Yeah, I wouldn't be like that. I would be freaking terrified the entire time. Which, again, would be a really good thing. Because, you know, I'd be nice and immersed. And maybe it's something that people, you know, would be genuinely pretty interested in watching. I mean, yeah, I mean, I guess technically, yes. Because I feel like, I mean, that's the whole thing. Oh, I'm tired. Excuse me. That's like the whole thing of, like, watching horror Let's Plays is seeing the person scared. Like, that's what you live for, right? When you're a horror fan and a Let's Play fan, a horror Let's Play fan. Just I assume. I mean, I'm not one of those people, but you know, seeing people scared, it's like, it's fun. And when you're watching a Let's Play, I mean, that's you want to see the guy get scared because it's funny. I don't know. It'd probably be really cool to get my first impressions of a horror game. Oh my goodness, I'm so sleepy. I just don't know if I'm ever gonna do that by my own volition. I don't know. Again, I don't like horror very well, personally. Stupid frog. If I ever was going to play one, though, I'd probably play Resident Evil 4. What are you doing down there? Sorry, I didn't mean to machete slice you. It was accident. That was dumb. I've always been kind of interested in Resident Evil 4. I just, again, don't like horror. But I feel like that's the kind of game that if you would really want a first reaction to. I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of games I would have loved to, like, let's play them just to get my, like, raw reactions, my like raw first time reactions. And that's something that I'm really happy I did with, you know, like, I don't know, like Metal Gear, for instance. Even though, you know, I decided to play the rest of the series on my own after too. I am glad that I, you know, kind of got my first, like, ever Metal Gear Solid impressions in general out there. So that was cool. But there are other games, too, where I've, you know, there are games that I played, and it's kind of silly to, like, play a game and then be, like, immediately, like, thinking about content. But I don't know, it's true. It's, like, not even just for content, really, per se, as much as it would just be cool to, like, have my reaction to be able to go and look back on, right? What? Well, shit. Wasn't my fault. Asshole. Like, I still remember playing Kirby in the Forgotten Land. Like, dude, I would have killed to be able to just, I would kill to just be able to go back and like look through my memories as if it were like a, you know, a file or something, and just like see the exact reaction that I had to that game, because that was I had a big reaction to that game. That game was awesome. Like I said, I've said in the past, I'm playing Witch on the Holy Night for the first time. Incredible game. They just announced for the official and the Fate Go North America version of the game. They just announced that the Witch on the Holy Night collab is coming in on the 28th, I think. Anyway, I played that for the first time, and like, man, I would freaking adore to have like my actual live reactions. It's like recorded, so I can look back on that. 'Cause it's so cool. Like, I would love to be able to look back on the reactions I've had to that. But at the same time, you know, I don't. It's unfortunate because as much as I wish that I could do that, I'm also the type of person that's like, I don't like recording something when it's my first time. Like, I don't want to, like, I want to play a game. I don't want to like sit there and pull out like the capture card and put on my headphones and everything. No, I just want to play the game and relax to it, you know? I don't know. I guess technically that could be like a whole other Let's Play type in and of itself. Where I like literally just do a long play of me just like... literally just record myself doing, you know, what I would normally do, right? But, you know, sometimes I would talk to the mic into the microphone. I mean, that sounds fun on paper. I just don't think I really want to do that. Dude, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. My eyes are like blurring over. I am like actually, I'm like omega sleepy right now. I could actually freaking conk out. It's freaking 11:30. That's crazy. I know 11:30 isn't really that late for a lot of people, I guess, but to me it is. Because, I mean, you gotta think, oh, you gotta think, like, I woke up at 5. I wake up at 5:30. It's like, what, 15 something hours, basically, that I've been awake? It's a long time to be awake. I think it clearly shows in my gameplay. I don't think my gameplay is improved by being sleepy. Well, we got one more episode in us. For this session, so. See you then for the next episode of Late Night Spelunky. Bye-bye.